want to talk to you today about being a reluctant leader for God, a reluctant leader for God. And I want to challenge your people to be a reluctant leader for God. I believe we desperately need an army of reluctant leaders. Bill Hybels is famous for saying the church is the hope of the world, and the church's future lies in the hands of its leaders. And I believe that one of the things that we need is a reluctant leader. I think Deborah is an example for us of a reluctant leader. A reluctant leader is someone who does not clamor for the top position, who does not insist on being first, who does not insist on being in charge, who does not say, look at me, who does not insist on having their own way. But on the other hand, a reluctant leader is one who does not hesitate to lead when there is a need. And I'll give you a couple of very simple examples of this. I've seen this happen many, many times over the years. Well, maybe we'll have a potluck dinner at church, for example. That's a very simple example. I understand that. Or maybe it's a dinner at our home, and we'll gather together around a circle, and we'll hold hands, and we'll have a prayer, and then we'll say, well, y'all go eat. And nobody wants to eat. Everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to get in the line first. No, everybody has this sense of saying, "Oh no, I don't want to get in the line first. I don't want to look too bossy here." And sometimes I have said in a situation like that, it looks to me like this group needs leadership. Now, I don't have to be in the front of the line. I'm not starving to death. I don't have to get there first. But it looks to me like this group needs leadership. And sometimes I'll do it myself. And sometimes I'll say to somebody else, Bob, if you'll get in the front of the line right here and you'll lead and you'll get your food first, you watch and everybody will get in line behind you. I've seen it happen where sometimes we're sitting around in a group after church, and you can tell everybody wants to go out to dinner. Maybe somebody will say, y'all want to go out to dinner? And somebody will say, well, where would you like to go? And somebody will say, well, I don't care. And somebody else will say, well, where would you like to go? It don't matter to me. I don't want to lead. I don't want to make a suggestion. I don't want to say we will go here. And after a while, I'll speak up and I'll say, I think we should go to Dion's, a pizza place in my town. And I might say, I think we should go to Dion's. Now, what do you think is going to happen when a leader says that? When a leader steps forward and says, do you think everyone's just going to fall in line? I've seen this happen many times, because now the people who said they didn't care, they'll say, oh, no, I can't do Dion's because blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, let's go to Napolito's. Oh, no, I can't go to Napolito's. At which time I will say, why don't you make a suggestion? Because I've made 2 suggestions now, and you didn't like either one of them. I was willing to lead, but you were not willing to follow. We need people who are willing to lead and willing to follow, and Deborah is an example for us of that. Let's look at our text. Judges 4, beginning in verse 1. Again, the Israelites, notice the word again. Again, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord, now that Ehud was dead. And this reminds us of what is called the cycle of the judges. If you Google that, you'll find that different commentators will have a little different spin on how it works. I try to keep it real simple, so my spin is going to work like this. The first part of the cycle of the judges is sin. The second part is judgment. God's people sin, and God brings judgment. God's people cry out for help. I've got help with an exclamation point. Help, they cry, and God brings help. And this is the cycle of the judges, and we see it happen over and over and over in the book of Judges. And here is the application from that. We are just like them. They sinned and we sin. They did evil and we do evil. Try really hard to do better. Now, I hope when I say that, alarm bells go off in your brain. And I hope something in your soul says, that is not right. And I would encourage you to